Hello and welcome my soul tribe. This is going to be focusing in specifically on single energy. Okay, there has been a timeline progressing of obviously couples coming together, soul groups coming together, but I feel like it's time to connect in with specifically single energy for my soul tribe members that are single. And let's just kind of see where you're at, what you're attracting around the 28th of January 2025. So where are my single, beautiful, the Ace of Swords in the empty room? So you're in the space of creation. And the Queen, oh yes, the Queen energy, and we have the Siren and the Heart. Oh my gosh, I have to stop after that. Oh my gosh, and Eros. So I would say you're quite in alignment here with wow. Wow, wow, wow. So the empty room, there's a lot of magic in this, okay? This is that space where you co-create. This is that space where you have cleaned out the stagnant energy. You've released all of that stuff from like exes, and you've done a lot of healed wounding, and you're just ready. Like this is like the space that's ready to be moved into. Okay, you see there's all those beautiful lights shining. And over here, some of you could see this is creepy. I don't though. Over here, there's like a being that's in the wall. But what I see that is like a spirit guide or someone who is working with you to help you create, co-create what you desire moving forward for a partner. Now we have the sword. Many of you are reading and manifesting. Okay, so I have shared this many a time with my Bloom members, and I think, shared this also on my channel. Like, if you're reading a book and there's a character you like, make a little mental note, maybe write it down, that you want to create that in a partner. That's what you want to have in a partner, right? We have a lot of books, romance books written by women, okay, that are describing masculine energies that we desire to have in our experience, right? But even just that lighthearted connecting in with like the joy and the fantasy and like the daydreaming sort of energy is manifesting, can be quite powerful with your manifestations. When you put a lot of heaviness onto a manifestation, it's like taking a feather and putting a rock on it and expecting it to soar out into the universe and come back to you, right? When you're light with it and you just like have this lighthearted energy, and it's not something that you necessarily need right now, but something that you'd like to have, and you just kind of put it out there in a lighthearted way, those things can start showing up in your experience, and it might surprise you. You might be like, there might be some character, and you're like, okay, well, I desire XYZ in a partner, and then all of a sudden, even if it's something, we'll just say superficial, like the way that they look, and you meet someone when you're out, and maybe that's not the person that you want to connect with or be with, but you meet someone who has those qualities and you're like, what? It blows your mind, right? Those manifestations can come in like that. But when they do start to show up, express your appreciation, your gratitude, because it's like you're telling the universe, yes, more of this. Yes, more of this. So that's one message that's coming through, okay? Whether you're reading this or watching this as a masculine or a feminine energy, obviously masculines, you can definitely do the same as well as in attracting in like your ideal partner. So we have the Ace of Swords, which is being very clear about what you want. You've been through the shadow period. Many of you have been through the shadow work, and now you get to enjoy this beauty that results from it, right? You know the contrast. You know what you don't like, you know what you do like. And maybe you want a bit of balance of both, right? Because shadow and light exist within us, right? But finding that balance. But the sword is also what you write down. It's your spoken word. So some of you, like I said, writing things down, speaking out into the universe, what you desire. Or even telepathically, again, like when you're reading or you see something that you desire in a partner, expressing that, to the universe. Oh yes, that's what I would desire. I would like this. So the sword is definitely like making that claim of what you want and being very clear about it. Okay. Some of you too, like, and I've noticed this in in my experience, and also people I've talked about with some of the books that they're reading, like the characters that are created are actually in many ways very healthy compared to the masculine, toxic masculinity that, you know, feminines have dealt with. So it's almost healing for many to read about like healthy, beautiful partners that are supportive and, you know, just have those qualities that your ex lacked, right? Um, so yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So we also have the queen, which represents you in your queen energy, okay? Which means that you embrace your light and your shadow. You know your standards. You know your value. You're not going to be settling for less, right? This almost reminds me of the Queen of Wands, especially paired with the Siren. You know, you're very attractive right now. Queen of Wands energy is magnetic. Okay, there could be something about your voice in particular that is attracting in someone here with the Siren energy. We have the heart space. There's that nesting energy in the heart space. There's already that dream that you have of who you want to connect with, okay, within the heart space. And what I'm seeing here is like with this boat energy and these two in this boat, it's just like a very cozy, peaceful, healthy, safe, relaxed connection. Like you are really wanting to call in like a beautiful soulmate connection that almost like it's easy, like it just flows into your experience. And some of you have been nesting, okay? You have been nesting to prepare for this, or you'll find when you meet this person, they've been nesting to prepare for you, okay? But that heart space says like you're ready. You've been creating that beauty within that heart space. You've been holding that dream and connecting it with that frequency within your heart space. And for many of you, it's like you're like, you know what you want to attract in, right? You know how you want this person to behave and treat you. And then with the heart space energy, like you've been holding that dream within your heart space and connecting in with it. And many of you just want this to be peaceful. You just want to connect with your person. You're sick of all the BS, right? You've been through it. And now you're resonating in that higher frequency love energy, and like attracts like. So you're attracting in, for many of you, you're attracting in that frequency. And then we have Eros, obviously, is, you know, that chemistry, that romantic love. And some of you, you know, you want to attract in someone that you can have a serious commitment with. So it almost feels like you're you know, you're the writer here, you're the author. Some of you may be journaling about this, writing about your experience with this person, you know, what it would be like, who they are, getting really detailed in it, because the diamond energy speaks of refinement, okay? And obviously we know pressure, right, creates a diamond. So you've been through a lot of pressure. You've been through quite a bit in your experience. You've done the shadow work. And so many of you are aligned and just ready. You're just ready. And you're like, I want an easy, peaceful, obviously passionate, right? But balanced, healthy love relationship. That is what I have room for, and that is all I have room for. Like, that's what's coming through here, and that's beautiful. So let's see what else wants to come through for the 28th for my singles. And if you're watching this as a masculine, this could be you, you know, wanting to attract in a feminine. Wouldn't it be wild? It would be so wild if, like, this channel brought soul groups together, you know, like you met, I don't know how you would meet, like, through me, but it's just wild to think about that, right? You both resonated, like, with the same, desiring the same thing, and somehow connected. Never know. Never know. Okay, so anything else for the 28th for my single? Wow. Yeah, my single Soul Tribe members. We have the 9 of Cups, which again is about wish fulfillment. It's surrounding yourself with the proper energies that are aligned with you, which a lot of what this year is about. And sitting back, relaxing, and receiving. Now, this, I would say, is because of the planetary alignment. We do have the 3 of Swords, and I will clarify this, but you may have some wounding that you still need to address, you need to nurture, okay, with the 8 of Pentacles. that could be coming up with the planetary alignment here, which is letting us know what's out of alignment and helping us shift it into further authenticity. But let's clarify. Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, magnetic, attracting in exactly what you desire with the Queen of Wands energy. She's come through twice now for you. Speaking of Wands, okay, so you take what resonates. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. The King of Wands, what? And the Magician, what? The Eight of Pentacles, interesting. It's not you with the emotional wounding, it's the King of Wands. Oh, and you're matched with the King and the Queen of Wands. So I think that for some of you too, you want to attract in somebody, obviously that's doing their healing work, but also has been through, they've been through experiences and they've learned through those experiences, you know, what doesn't work for them, right? You can see that with the Three of Swords. Or somebody that's been through maybe some of the same wounding that you have, so they have the compassion, they understand it. But with the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician, there's a sense of this person, you know, you want to attract in somebody who's going to be working on it. They're going to be nurturing it. They're not going to allow that to sabotage them moving forward, right? Some of you too, you definitely want to attract in someone who's investing in you with that Eight of Pentacles, not just in themselves, but also you. You could be fire signs, but you don't have to be. It's just like, obviously there is passion here. Let me clarify. Three of Swords with the King of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. So this person most likely, they've loved and they've lost. They've also been, you know, they've had a lot of experience. So they have been cheated on. They have been the cheater. So they've had to deal with some karma here. With the Six of Pentacles, it feels like they balanced some things out, though, in their experience karmically. Let me clarify that. Ace of Cups. So they have opened up their heart space. They have done the work. Good. Good, good, good. So they've been through some experiences here, and they've learned from kind of both sides of the coin. For some of you, this person's just been rejected quite often, and so they have like a rejection wound that they have to heal. But they have love that they want to give, right? With the Ace of Cups. So that could be a little bit of a backstory on them. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician. You know, I think that you, again, you want it to be smooth. You want somebody to be clear. You want somebody to come in and be like, I want to be with you. I want to explore this connection with you and only you. Let's see where we can, you know, what we can create and build together. Like, you want it to be clear. You want this person to be putting in the effort right away. Clarify the Tower. The Sun. This person could suddenly come into your experience, okay? With the Sun card, this person could suddenly come into your experience and surprise you. Like I said, if it was somebody you're manifesting from like certain characters in a book, right? And you start to see these qualities in certain masculines or feminines when you're out and about. The Tower and the Sun it's a happy tower. It's a big reveal. What's this reveal? The Three of Pentacles. And the Empress energy. For some of you, what I'm sensing is you want to attract in someone because they're focusing on what you want, who's had experiences and has learned and grown from them and knows to do better, right? You want somebody to come in here and you want it to be like a gentle, healthy, beautiful love and connection. You want them to come in and be like, I want to be with you. You're the one I'm focusing on. I want to grow and build with you. And that's what I'm sensing you're manifesting in, is somebody who wants to put in the work, not just to themselves, but also to the relationship and to you right away. Now, with the Tower and the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, some of you be careful, and take your time getting to know new energies, because with the Three of Pentacles and the Empress, that could represent someone who is already involved. Okay, now that's not what you want to manifest in, I know, and that could be a warning for somebody, right? But this could also represent that you already feel like this person is a soul contract. Like you already feel like this person is, it's a soul contract that you want to enter into, right? That you want to grow and build something with, something where you can relax into your feminine energy and be in that goddess energy, right? That this person is stable and somebody that you can trust, you know, somebody that has your back. You see how she's leaning against that tree and the tree has her back. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles and the Empress. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. So if you're getting to know new energies, just be careful that they're not already tied or connected with somebody else. You want to make sure it's clear, right? As much as you're like, you know, bringing this fantasy to reality, right? Or manifesting in this person. You don't want to kind of get lost in the excitement of it and not really see them for who they are. For some of you, that's really important to know that you're taking that time and energy, because the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, means like what you're manifesting is showing up here, but there could be a spanner in the works, right? There could be something that needs to be overcome. So I wouldn't put the cart before the horse. I would take your time getting to know people. Okay. Some of you as well, if you are intimate right away with this person, there could be a surprise pregnancy. So that's a little bit of a heads up too. Okay, because the Sun energy can represent a child. Obviously, the Empress energy, she is pregnant. Three of Pentacles, seeds planted. Okay, which could, if this happens too soon, that could be a thing. That could be an issue with the Tower. So that's something else to just be aware of. Okay. Obviously, I would recommend taking your time getting to know people before physical intimacy, right? Because just from an energetic standpoint, who you connect with and blend energies with matters, not just physically, but for the energy that you pick up, the karma that they have. Like it's not simple, right? It's not that simple. You definitely want to be around energies and connect with energies that are aligned with you, not just people that you have physical chemistry with, right? So take the time doing that. It's your life, do what you want to do, but that's just a message that is coming through here. Some of you too, you do need to be careful, because you're getting to know somebody and you're liking what you see, but they are already tied to someone else. So that could be a situation where, especially if there's children involved, obviously that person's going to be in your experience as well. And that's something to think through. And choose, you know, what's for your highest and greatest good, right? Yeah, use your discernment, especially if some information comes up about this person being connected with someone else or some other situation, because that might be where you're like, oh, wait a second, I've got to sit back and think about this and pause this for right now and decide what I want to do moving forward. Because then we have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And some of you might have been in this situation before and you're like, I don't want to deal with this again. The Queen of Swords says, think about, you know, she's got the integrated wisdom and experience. And she's saying, think about, you know, use logic over emotion right now. Okay. So this is just to take it slow, to get to know someone, to make sure that, you know, it's what you truly want, and just take it one step at a time. But of course, yes, the magic and the manifestation and the energy that is being created right now is very exciting, and the act of manifesting is very exciting, like especially when you do it in a really lighthearted manner. Then when you start to see it showing up with this 8 of Pentacles energy in the physical in front of you, you're like, oh my gosh, life feels magical, it's amazing. You're realizing how powerful you are, how you can make adjustments. And some of you, if there's a situation coming back, not coming back, but a cycle that is showing up in this new connection that you've dealt with before, I would encourage you to unpack that karmically and be like, okay, what did I miss last time that I'm repeating this time? And how can I move differently to have a more aligned outcome that honors me and my highest good and my highest timeline? Okay. So, because again, some situations continue to show up until we learn, and then they can be released. So a lot of this has to do with your navigation and what you want and your decisions moving forward with this, if that's the case. For some of you, that may not be the situation. Some of you, it's just, you know, you're taking your time getting to know this person, and then you, with the 7 of Wands, you come to this place of like some sort of fork in the road, like where you're not sure if you want to continue to move forward with this person or not. So it's going to require some reflection. It's going to require knowing what you want, knowing what you deserve, knowing your value, knowing the direction that you want to move in. Then you have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, right? Like, is this your 10 of Cups? Is this your complete fulfillment? Is this your highest timeline, right? So I feel like we're going too far into that. I'm going to bring it back here. But this is what I have for the 28th. Like I said, please do not give your power away to reading or an outcome. You know, timeline shift and change with your free will choice. This is just a template. This is just like, it's an outline to fill in with what resonates and what doesn't, or fill in with what you desire and what you want to release, right? What you don't want in your experience, to show you kind of the contrast. And for some of you, like if you've been moving forward with someone quite quickly, this is a little bit of a heads up that there might be, you know, some obstacles here, and you're really going to have to think about, is this part of my highest timeline? Some of you, it might be. Some of you, you know, you could be single parents, right? You could be, it could still be what you want. It's just, you're going to have to be very clear and know your truth and what is for your highest and greatest good moving forward. And if there's a pattern repeating from the past, to slow it down, kind of unpack that, look through it, to see what you have to learn and what is the gold that you need from that situation, what you could do differently, why this pattern is showing up again, you know, maybe do some journaling on it. And also the other thing with the 10 of Cups is be very clear about what your 10 of Cups is, okay? About what your highest timeline is. And that will shift and change as you evolve and grow. But right now, where you stand, what does your highest timeline look like? Do you want to have a family? Do you not want to have a family? Do you want to have pets? Where do you want to live? If you don't know exactly where you want to live, what weather do you like? You know, get specific, get detailed. Just like with reading or writing, you know, write it out. Write out that timeline for yourself, right? And then when you write out that timeline, and then you start to just like experience your life and you express what you want to the universe, and then you can start to like check off the things that start to show up in your experience that you have co-created. So all of this is about your alignment and choosing what's for your highest and greatest good. If this person or their situation aligns with your highest and greatest good, your highest timeline, do you have to make compromises sometimes? Yes, but also know your non-negotiables, right? No one in this world is perfect, but also know what your non-negotiables are, right? So let's see, get one more card, just an outcome energy here. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Make sure your energy is clear. Make sure you are clear and you know what you want. Okay. What is good for you. Also, it's going to kind of help you evolve and grow too, because you don't want to stagnate. So, you know, it's your design. It's what you want to create. It's whether it's for you or not. Just take your time getting to know new energies. Okay. Yeah. Because some of you, it might be fulfillment. Like things may be unfolding for you in a way that you're like, yes, this all completely aligns. Some of you might be like, okay, this is something repeating from the past. I don't want it. I'm going to close out that cycle. That's not for me. This will cause more stress. I've been down this road before. I don't want to do this again. I still obviously have to heal that wound. I'm going to heal that wound so I don't keep attracting this in. The outcome varies in many different ways based on your free will choice and what you desire and how aware you are of your truth, what you want, and what doesn't serve you too. Okay. Right. Interesting. So I hope that, brought some value, brought some support here for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Take the best care of yourself. Release anything that didn't resonate, and I will see you soon.